What is up, crawler fans, RC enthusiasts, and social media surfers? I'm your boy Josh with Texoma RC, and we've got more gates at Waterloo here in Denison, Texas. It's awesome, dude. We got 6 cars. There we go. See the battle bug in the background. So we're starting off with the CR-18P stock swap. We have stock parts. We have the Hobby Plus oil-filled shocks. We have the Hobby Plus metal gears. Hobby Plus metal drive shafts, and the Hobby Plus hexes, are the weighted hexes, brass hex extensions. I guess they're probably like 1 or 2 millimeter extensions, not really a whole lot. It's a little bit, but adds a little bit of weight, all 4 corners. And then we have the Endura deep dish wheels with the what are they? The TRX tires. They're 64 by 24, something like that. Huge, big old boys. What are they actually called here? I have it right here. It is called the Rock Terrain Crawler Tire, 64 by 24 by Endura. So those are the Rock Terrain Crawler tires. You can get those on the wheels actually for like 30 bucks, 35 bucks. Add the wheel weights, depending on how it's weighted. You may just run the wheel weights in the front, especially if you already have the hexes like I do here. This rig is around 400-ish grams, I think, a little over maybe. So I'm clean for 2 gates so far. Pretty good, looking good, dude, killing it. So these CR-18Ps, right? Like, it's not that it's the best ever necessarily, or even, obviously these aren't even the best they potentially could be. These are stock rigs, for the most part, right? Stock electronics, stock servo, just replace. The motor does have enough torque. I did spin one of the plastic drive shafts, so that will be a problem if you're going to use these rigs. That's why the metal ones, that's why they're offering them, because the plastic ones do spin out. So I like the metal ones. They do add a little bit of slop, but on this rig, it's not. I cleaned 9 of 10 gates, almost got the 10th one, just ran out of time. If I didn't screw up the beginning here, I just totally effed up the beginning. As I was talking, I wasn't even paying attention or watching, just talking. But we're running gates here. We got 10 gates, Texoma style rules. So basically, you just make the gates. We went ahead and set a 5-minute time limit. And so basically, it's just how many gates you can make in 5 minutes. If you make all the gates, then then the time stops, and it'd be how many, you got 10 gates or however many gates you cleared in that time. So, pretty good deal. This is impressive run, actually, for the first run. I will have to tell you that it was my best run of the day. So, pretty stoked that it was done on this rig. So this rig would probably be 300-ish, 350 maybe. The builder's kit is 130 bucks. Cage Slayer is 30 bucks. And then, so that's 160. And you have the shocks. Let's just say that's 30 bucks. Wheels and tires, 30 bucks. So that's 30, like 120. So you're at 250. Something like that. You need the wheel weights, they're 15. Flubs, what did you say, 25, I guess. You just need 2 in the front. So that's what I'm saying. So you see what I'm saying? Like 300-ish. So we don't have overdrive, but at the same time, what this thing can do without overdrive is freaking amazing. So we can get that figured out later. But again, we're trying to see what we can do. What are the most necessary parts to slay, right? These are the necessary parts to slay. And if you just copy and paste, you can slay too, right? It's pretty simple. So we will have to get actual parts list, dude. Sorry. Freaking so many things, bro. What is hanging out even like, dude? Like, I went out to play, literally, dude. I'm like, okay, Craig, how's it going? Want to run some gates? He's like, yeah, okay, I'm messing with my rig. I was like, no problem, dude. I'll set all the gates up. So we set the gates, shot, Finish as soon as you're done shooting. All right, dude, chop it up on the way back to the car. I'm hitting. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? No. That was it. That was it. So I think my rear end, floated. So rule on floating. So you can float over a gate, but it doesn't count as clean, right? It doesn't count as you hitting it. You didn't touch it, right? So I don't like the vertical gates because, that's not how we go, dude. It's something on the ground. I will be hooking it up, dude. I will get something. I'll make a cool little measuring stick, a little Texoma, a little compact, right, dude? We're gonna hook it up. I promise. Just give me a minute. So, but comp rules again. So we got 6.5-inch gates. Everything's running 6.5-inch gates at this point. I don't think the CR-18Ps are gonna get any different gates, dude. You're just going to make it savage, and that's it, and just run it. So the advantage of a smaller car is that you can handle better angle on the gate. So it gives you, oh, come on, Craigie Poo, there goes one. So this is the Battle Bug, dude. It is a TRX4M swap. And so the number one problem that it's having right now is that it's the stock gearing with the bushing. So both the CR-18P and the Traxxas TRX4M come with full bushing kits, not bearings, which is pretty sad to see. However, the Traxxas, although it's a lot faster, great on the trail and cruising around, it cannot stock. It just cannot keep up. So if you're going to want to try to rock crawl with the Traxxas, the TRX4M, on a stock setup system, you will most definitely have to get the crawl gears. It's only a $5 change, or you can buy a whole transmission or a whole new motor and transmission setup so you can swap it anytime you want to. Pretty cool little options. That way you can take it on the trail and then boom, just a few screws, dude, drop your new transmission in there and let her rip. So you could even get another set of drive shafts, dude, and that way it's totally easy. Swap her and go. So they are definitely cool rigs, but to me, it's more a trailing rig. I see people trying to make them super crawlers, and if you're asking me, I will do it, right? But to me, I'm pretty sure it's going to take me about as much work to make it perform as the original Slayer did to start off with. All the work that I put into the Scx24. It transferred directly over to the CR-18P. Awesome, just amazing. Will not do that for the Traxxas. It's not going to do that. So same thing with, probably like the Axe is probably going to be not the best Slayer swap. I'll look at that at some point, but probably not. I don't think the Axe is going to keep up with the Slayer, but we'll have to see about that. Big words, dude. Big words, bro. Just run the gates over, buddy. It's okay. It's okay, dude. Nobody's watching. Oh, dude. So, can you make this Traxxas do some cool stuff? Sure, absolutely. But, where are you going to put, he didn't have a place to put the battery. It's sitting on top of the motor. Look how high it is. So he had to so he's not weighted properly right now. He said something about he had weights that ended up coming out, or he took off, or something changed, and so his weight bias is just probably like 50-50. So not very rock crawlery, and so those are his two problems. We have a weight bias problem, and we have it's also very, very high, and then we also have the crawler gears. So that's not the problem with the Battle Bug, right? That's not a problem with Craig's design. That's a problem with the Traxxas TRX4M, right? It doesn't have the belly clearance because it doesn't have portals and it doesn't have worm gears. So that's a struggle right there. So you're going to have to figure out how to set the car up differently because you are lacking belly clearance. So you can try to lift it up, but the car, where are you going to put the stuff? And you're going to have to make it wider or something. You're not, it's just, man, what a mess, dude. What a freaking mess. So I will get to it, man, but gosh, it doesn't look inviting at all. Where the CR-18P is like, oh, really? It goes in the tiny little battery, and the motor is on the bottom, dude, you can't, that's why it doesn't take any weight. That's why it doesn't take anything, is because everything is as low as possible. Ridiculous, not even fair, bro. It's not fair. I'm telling you right now, I'm trying to help you out, because when the CR-18P comes to your local club, you're going to get left behind, dude. I'm telling you, bro. Like, you know, watch, dude. I have a baller Scx24, 2 of them about to go off, you know, as far as baller parts, right? You got cool parts. Okay, here we go. Another CR-18P. So here we go. CR-18. This is the second one. So this one has the bearing kit, and it's so smooth to drive. It's like almost brushless. The only like, if you could plug your ears and not hear the motor, it's kind of like a little bit gritty sounding. You know, I did grease everything. It is running. I mean, it's running really, really good, but just the sound of it in comparison to like the Traxxas, right? The Traxxas that's one thing. Even with the crawler gears, it's smooth. You know, like. But especially with the speed gears, it's like, or the trail gears, it's just butter, you know. So that is the one thing that I could say. It's just a little, it's just slow, right? It doesn't have wheel speed. But we're rock crawling, and if you learn and weight your car, you shouldn't need wheel speed. If you have proper tires, these tires right here are amazing. Like I love my Trail Warriors, amazing tires. They don't side hill like this even close. Like, doesn't even compare. Freshly washed, you know, used to be great tires. They are great for going forward. They don't side hill anywhere near like this. They also don't go forward anywhere near like this. To me, the new tires on the block, as far as what I've seen, I haven't been watching a lot of videos, man, like head down working my freaking ass off. But you know, from what I have seen, these tires, these ones, the other ones on the other car are good. These ones are awesome. These ones are going to be better suited for a heavier rig. This rig's only like 370 grams, and they're performing awesome, but they're a little bit thicker. They're a little bit tougher, and they're going to hold up under weight much better than like the OGRC pins. You'll see it like Craig was just running, or like he's about to run, I guess. And then like the one, like also the other Enduro tires that I was running, the other 64s. So they're both 64 by 24. They're both very big tires. They fit very well on this rig. They're just awesome, dude. So on this rig, we're running the DDPs, Mofo DDPs with 3 mil offsets, brass in the front, aluminum in the back. We have brass weights in the front. Do we have the brass weights? Actually, I don't think we do have wheel weights in the front. It's just the brass hubs in the front. So this rig is a little bit lighter because of that. You know, it could potentially do better from being heavier, but it just kills it, and it's not quite balanced, right? Not quite as balanced as the other one, but I just love the way it feels. So I haven't really messed with it. I'm really just trying to play with them as they are, to continue to learn the rigs, and then we'll go from there and see, you know, how far we can take them. I also will be coming out, this is also going to be my first axle to come out with a BOA mount for, so we have the servo mount on here on the axle already, and so I'm going to go ahead and make a BOA mount for it. But that means that I either have to use the mount to push the axle forward even more than it is on this rig, or I'm going to have to redesign the front of the rail. So we'll see which one happens. That's probably going to be happening this week, and so stay tuned for that. I still need to get all the CR-18P stuff out there, but I just had to get a video out for you guys, and wanted to talk about a lot of these things. So if you're watching still, dude, last day for the $5 off the Cage Slayer. Also, the Raider is going away. The basic Slayer kit is actually going away. So what we're going to do for now is going to really push the caged Slayers, and we're going to still offer the other, you know, to be able to mount the C10, but it will be offered as a kit special by itself. So you could either just build the kit. You could buy rails and a skid, and then add on. It'll come with the struts. It'll come with everything to turn your Cage Slayer into a body. Or, like I said, you can just buy the rails and a skid and add it together, and it will, you know, you can build your own. So the reason for that is just because I need to change the price a little bit on it. I think it's just because that comes with magnets. That has to have a box to protect it. It comes with like more pieces. Just the parts for the body. There's more pieces than the Cage Slayer already. So you know, so all those things, and you know, it just ends up adding up in the cost. You know, if it's just the plastic, you know, no big deal, dude. Like, you know, we can print a little bit more plastic and hook you up, you know. But when it comes to like magnets, and you know, when I'm not necessarily sourced the best, you know, because I didn't have, you know, a ton of money to go buy the best sourced of magnets of price wise, or things like this, right? Where eventually I'll be able to bring prices potentially down on stuff like that, you know, that are taking more screws or taking the magnets or taking a box or these type of things, you know. So I do apologize that, you know, that some of the prices are a little higher than I would want to be. I think they're still super reasonable, you know, but I have free shipping on everything. And so you got to realize that if you order a link riser and that's all you ordered, you basically covered shipping. So that's it. Like you got the part. I you know, I didn't make any money off that, you know. So you know, that's part of it's built into I got me taken care of, dude. As long as you guys buy the stuff, you know, it's no big deal. I got you guys. And also, by the way, dude, for February, for the whole month, dude, I didn't really tell anybody, just because I just, you know, it just been, you know, I called them extras, whether they were actual extras or, you know, maybe some of them were seconds, you know, they just weren't the prettiest or something, or stuff that I just had to get rid of. No matter what, if it was, you know, a good part or not, I made sure to you know, everybody got at least a Cage Slayer that ordered something. As far as I know, at least one Cage Slayer per every order. Again, people ordered single link riser, they got a freaking Cage Slayer, bro. Ordered a skid, they got a Cage Slayer, dude. Some people got more than others, dude, but I'm pretty sure everybody got at least a Cage Slayer. So not going to be able to do that forever, and it's kind of feeling bad towards the end here, like, what? But the other guys got it, dude. So like, it's actually, I really struggle. Like, I love giving this stuff away, but it takes ridiculously more time, like twice as much time, because I'm doing twice the amount of work that I'm getting paid for, right? Like, so I can do it for a little bit, you know, like, but I can't do that forever. And I just, the reasoning for it was, you know, it's advertising. It's, I got to get Slayers out on there. And I also want to hook up the people that had the courage to step out and buy a printed chassis, right? You know, some people don't even think about it, you know, being plastic, you know, and some people stress about it, you know, they're like, oh, dude, it's not carbon, so it's not elite or something. Like, bro, like, this one's carbon and it already broke. So this is actually a PLA carbon. This is Craig's rig that we just were trying a different plastic, and you know, so it's a PLA carbon, and it broke the first day out, you know. And so oh, by the way, dude, just go ahead and be honest and let you know, on some of the plastic that I've used, I started off with Overture, and switched on some of the colors to Hatchbox. So not as good, I don't think. If your part seems to have like a sheen and it's a little bit shiny and it snaps, that's because that was that plastic, and I'm not a fan of it. So I won't be buying any more of it. Don't be afraid. Like, again, if you got it, dude, I promise I will hook you up, dude. And dude, if you haven't noticed, if it goes past 30 days, dude, holler at your boy. You know, if you could, like, pick up, like I said, if you could pick up a link riser and, you know, you need something, like, you know, dude, holler at me, bro. Like, you know, I can't give stuff away forever or, you know, all the time or whatever. But if you just need something, like it broke or color or, you know, whatever, even if it's past 30 days, holler at your boy, dude. Text home RC. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, you know, but, like, at the same time, you know, some of the guys in the market, you know, they're like, oh, man, carbon, dude. Freaking, you gotta have the carbon. The problem is, like, so the carbon's gonna cost more money, right? Then you gotta make the holes bigger. So everything has to be held together by nuts. So it will go into screw together with the pieces that I've made. But your things like your links, you know, those have to be held in with nuts, or right now they just screw into the chassis. And I made cool little stars to go on there that you don't even have to, you know, use a nut. I include nuts if you want to use them, but you don't need them. They just screw into the chassis. The whole thing just screws together itself. Super easy, bro. it flexes, bro. It does, it doesn't snap. Again, unless you have the wrong plastic, which hopefully even that stuff should hold up. I'm just being honest and letting you guys know that ahead of time that if it snaps and it's shiny, you heard it here, dude. I told you that could happen, and don't worry about it, dude. We'll get you some better plastic and keep you rolling, man. So. And you're probably going to get extras, dude. Like, come on, man. It's too fun to give extra stuff away, guy. So we got to watch that, though. Sorry. So this might be my favorite Slayer, actually. So the CR-18P is awesome. No question. But, this rig costs more money, right? Lots more money. But I love the feel of this setup. So this is actually running the FMS electronics. I love the FMS electronics with Enduro Pro combo. The forward to reverse and reverse to forward feels so good. It like eliminated the problems that I was having that I didn't like with the Enduro Pro on both the Furatech and which I could change the setting on the Furatech, but I don't know. I didn't like it. I love the feel of this ESC, dude. So it's Scx24 all the way, skid or the transmission and the axles, but we are running a deadbolt rear with a JLU rear lowers and deadbolt front lowers as uppers, if that's not confusing. So I clocks the axle super. The screws go into where the cage goes, so you don't even need anything extra. It just screws right into from the inside, screws into the cage. I ended up missing, and I got a gate or two. I got 2 gates with this one. So I hit 2. The first one I cleared 9 gates and timed out. I think. Well, either way, I went through the gate at the time and just didn't clear the gate. And so this one I hit 2. So I hit 2 with both the other rigs. So I love this thing. Also, this thing is +8 in the front on both sides, and then +4 in the rear. So, or 5s, I guess. They're trio hexes, 5s with 4 Mofo CVDs in the front, and then just the trio hexes, 5s in the rear. So, plus the wheels. So, this is what I was saying. Like I got 1 gate because for some reason my steering started twitching. I don't know what the heck it is. It better not be my reefs going out. I'll be super pissed. Usually it's just batteries in the radio. Hopefully that was it. It was that one right there. F me up, dude. It just twitched and threw me off the hill.
Why are you doing that?
Oh my gosh, dude. So we are running, like I said, reefs, servo. But other than that, it's the FMS battery. It's the small battery with the FMS electronics. And so we have the CVDs, we have brass knuckles, I don't know if there's diff covers on it, Mofo steering link,
it wasn't for this stupid
and Mofo 30% overdrive, I believe. So I think that's it. Oh, and then so obviously links, 43mm shocks. Yeah, so you're talking like 200-ish or more in upgrades with wheels and tires on top of an Scx24, and I swapped the electronics. V2 would work, right? But I like this better than a V2 electronics. I'm telling you that right now. So that's why I'm trying to deal with Hobby Plus, dude. It's the same electronics and they're freaking dope. Trying to save you money, guy. Dude, so this is a killer run. I just hit that one stupid effed up gate, and then this one coming up. I'll tell you right now, I messed it up. I don't know if it was possible to do this, bro. Like, I just like, oh, this looks hard. How about we try this, dude? So we didn't really practice. It kind of ran through the practice a little bit, but not really like anything crazy. See, geez. Messed it up, dude.
No, they're gonna fix that.
Messed it up. Couldn't get it. Could not get it. So I'm calling that clean, dude. You didn't hit it, bro. You didn't hit it. There's no flag for it. So as long as you don't touch it, dude, you just got to reset up on it. It's okay. Just don't touch it, dude. Same as hovering. You can hover over it and back up. Caught it on the way out. Here we go. This last one, dude. This is Craig's Pecker build on pins. Struggled a little bit. I don't know what happened, dude. Again, it's the Pecker on pins, dude. It's not a really good idea. Its side hill's amazing. He's got it weighted and everything. It's just too big a tire that it pushes it up, and it gives the tire too much leverage over the car. So it just kills your inclines. So other than that, this thing is savage. It does give you way better belly clearance, right? Like, again, there's not a, like, it's not like it did. You just, I don't know, maybe Craig just needs to drive it more. You know, it's really hard to swap between cars that are crazy different, bro. Really hard. Especially on cars that you haven't really driven very much, you know. And like a lot of these rigs, you know, that we have, like, we haven't spent very much more time driving them than we have on camera. Like, we've both been super busy, and so almost all of our drive time is on camera at this point, you know. So like, there's not a whole lot. I do drive a little bit here and there. I definitely drive more than Craig. I always try to get out just for a few minutes at some point. And I've been trying to make a little bit better effort to make sure that I stop and drive just for a minute. Can't just work constantly, dude. Can't just work constantly. All day. Wake up, work. Sleep, wake up, work. Sleep, do it again. Let's go. Come on, buddy. This is just one, you know, it's not the rig's fault. It's just he fell in there, and what really needed to happen is to completely back out and to completely reset up. So, which he may actually end up clearing this. He just made it crazy hard on himself. And, you know, since it's a timing, no, he did get it. You know, because this is all about time. So if, you know, you have to make that choice. Is it worth trying to, like, fight it and, you know, maybe get it, maybe not? Or should you just back up and restart? Or just call a repo to the last gate. You know, just start the whole thing, just reposition from the last gate. Well, again, it has to be the last clean gate. Ooh, that's a thing to remember, dude. Cleaned gate. Repo is to the cleaned gate. Sideways flip or to the last cleaned gate. So like for Craig on the Beetle, you know, if he would have the Battle Bug, if he would have tried to repo, like, he would have went all the way to the start, dude. Oh my gosh. Don't repo.
I like that line right there.
And winches, dude, that's going to be class-based, group-based choice. Winching is fun sometimes. I prefer to run rigs that are super baddies, and you either make it or don't. No winching allowed. So... and if you just can't make a gate, then just tag it and move on. You know, find a way to get up, hit a cone. Once you've tagged it, it's done. Both gates are dead. You know, it's not both gates. It's just one gate with two sides, right? A gate has two sides. You know, there's no such thing as a gate with one side. That's not a gate. That's a post. So, you know, the gate has two sides, and once the gate is hit, which has two sides, one side can be hit and both sides are dead. Right? Makes sense to me. Oh, otherwise, dude, it's just silly. Also, once you clean the gate, dude, it's also dead. It's over. Don't forget about it, dude. Like, so if you flip down into a gate, it's not the end of the world. You cleaned the gate. That's what the point was. You cleaned a gate, right? Who gives a crap if you ran it over later? It's not a gate. It's just there, right? You made the hard thing. Forget about it after that. None of this bullcrap, like, you know, you go back around. You know, that's one of the things that I just lost my crap after I hit a gate at Crawlapalooza. On the way back around, I'd already messed up, fell off the cliff, and it was coming back around, and just in my rear steer, riptide flip. Next time.